My morning practice right now is starting every day. The first thing I do when I wake up is I identify one thing that I'm grateful for in that moment. So I encourage all of you right now in this moment to close your eyes, and whether you're saying it in your head or out loud, think about something that you are grateful for in the present moment. And it doesn't have to be anything big or complex. It can be something as, basic as the air in my lungs that I'm breathing. So take a moment to identify that little nugget of gratitude for you this morning. And it's going to be different for all of us. I know some of us are not able to continue on with our work. Some of us are. I appreciate everything that everyone is doing in our community. I've really seen the community step up so strong to support each other. So maybe that piece of gratitude for you today is the support you're receiving from your community. But identifying, good morning, everybody. Drop me a line in the comments because I can't tell on my computer who's here and who's not. But identifying that piece of gratitude every single morning. And maybe you have a different morning practice right now that's working for you. That's totally cool. But remembering gratitude. And I wanted to, before we get started, share a little quote with you. So why don't you guys hop over to your mats if you're not already there. And coming onto all fours into a tabletop, hands and knees. We'll begin our practice today in a child's pose. So from tabletop, hands and knees, bring your big toes together to kiss. The knees can go wide right to the edges of your mat, and let the hips sink all the way back towards the heels, stretching the fingertips forward. We'll get grounded here together, and I'll share this quote with you as we start our morning and our first clarity session. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. I thought that was really fitting for right now, especially as some of you are popping on and meeting me for the first time, and I'm really grateful for this new relationship that we're cultivating. And I'll go and meet you on your mat. Please feel free to leave me a comment if you can no longer hear me at any time. So as you find your way into your child's pose, start to identify any physical sensations you've got going on in your body. So feeling the places in your body that feel tight and stiff, the places that feel open, then take a nice full deep belly breath all the way in through the nose, fill up the lungs. And then open your mouth with an exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh. Keep going just like that, a few more breaths. Feeling your forehead grounding you down to your mat. Getting a first glimpse at your hips in this child's pose. Then start to walk your fingertips forward, stretching forward, and then walk your hands over to the right. Maybe your hands come off of your yoga mat today as we open up the whole left side of the body. So see if you can pull your left hip back towards the left heel. And take another breath. And a full exhale. Walk your hands back to center. Pause. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Exhale, hands over to the left, drawing back and down through the right hip. Now opening up the whole right side of the body. Take another breath here. And walk your hands back to center. And then come on up, tabletop, back to that hands and knees. So spreading your fingers really wide, like boom, like you're giving 2 giant high fives or palming 2 basketballs or opening 2 oversized pickle jars if you're anything like me and you love pickles. So spread the fingers really wide, get grounded through the palms. And then stack your knees underneath the hips. On an inhale, dip your belly, look forward for cow pose. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone into cat. Inhale, glide forward, cow. Exhale, round, cat. Again, inhale forward, pulling your heart through the upper arms. And exhale, round, pausing here in your cat. Keep breathing. Keep pressing the mid-spine up towards the ceiling. Let your neck and head be nice and heavy. Keep pressing firmly into the mat. Feel your shoulder blades coming apart on the spine. Take another breath. And then slowly come back to neutral, flat back tabletop. On an inhale, reach your right hand forward like you're shaking someone's hand and press your left foot back. We call this bird dog. So you want to hug up and in through the low belly. And then reach out through the foot, out through the fingertips. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, tabletop. Reset. On an inhale, left hand reaches forward, right foot presses back. Keeping your right foot nice and flexed. Hugging up and in again through the belly, through the low ribs. Finding that length in the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tabletop. Step both feet back, high plank, hello. So in yoga, we like to keep our tush in line with the shoulders here. So coming into your plank, pressing out through the heels, pull the top of your head forward. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Fancy name for an upside down V-ish shape. And as you find your way into your dog, add in some movement. Pedal the feet side to side, shake your head. Yes and no, maybe glide forward a few times, back into your plank. And then lift the hips, down dog. Kind of waking up your body this morning, giving it what it needs. And 1 foot at a time, start to walk all the way up towards the hands. Take your time stretching the backs of the legs. We'll eventually meet in a forward fold at the front edge of our mat. Fingertips can graze down. Again, shake your head, yes and no. We'll move through a sun salutation this morning together. With an inhale, lift halfway. Hands can find your shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Pull your heart forward. Exhale to fold. You can keep a little bend behind the knees here. It's still early for the hammies. 1 more like that. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale to fold. Press into the feet, rise all the way up. Big inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, palms together, thumbs to the heart. Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's do a little something for the neck for a moment. Release your right arm down at your side. Let it get super loosey-goosey like a noodle. And then your left hand is going to find your head and slowly guide your left ear towards the left shoulder. Depending on the sensation you're receiving here through the neck, it might be useful to shift your gaze up a little bit, see what that does, or maybe down a little bit. And then slowly release to center, pause neutral, roll the shoulders back a few times. And then the left arm will get super heavy. Right hand to your head, slowly guide right ear towards right shoulder. And then same options here, so you can kind of shift your gaze up or down, but you want to keep a nice even pressure through both feet. So you're not kind of leaning more this way or letting things get a little loosey-goosey. So the spine is still long. 1 more breath. Slowly release. Interlace the fingers together, press the palms forward, round the spine. Inhale, stand up tall, little back bend. Exhale, bring it forward, hug the belly back as you round. Inhale, reach up. Release the grip on the fingertips and slowly fold forward. Take a breath out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Pause here. Feel your belly. Hug it up and in towards the spine. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, release the chest. So pause here for a moment, take a few breaths. So you want to make sure before you lift up for your baby cobra that you're anchoring yourself down through the tops of the feet. So the legs stay nice and strong here. Get a little bit lighter on the palms. And then again, roll the shoulder blades back. So when you're ready, yogis, on an inhale, lift the heart up and forward. Exhale, release. One more baby cobra as you inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes, press yourself back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet again. On an inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Slowly bend your right knee, glide forward, and then step your right foot between the hands into a low lunge. So if you wanted to use a block here, or you have like your Nalgene water bottle, you can keep that underneath your left hand. And then bring your right hand to your right hip. And then look over your right shoulder for a little twist. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, the right fingertips come down. Inhale, straighten the right leg, pyramid. Exhale, low lunge. Again, straighten, pyramid, inhale, hips draw back. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to stand, big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, all the way back down. Inhale, lift the heart, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Keep spreading the fingers nice and wide. Let the heels get a little heavier. Then we'll take an inhale, lift the left leg this time. Bending the knee, stepping all the way forward. Set up your low lunge. So make sure you're stepping far enough up so that you can stack your knee over the ankle. Right heel draws back behind you. Keep the right hand, your fingertips down, left hand, left hip. Taking your twist. Notice the breath. Notice the sensations of the body. Take another inhale. Exhale, left fingertips down. Inhale, straighten, pyramid, draw the hips back. Exhale, glide forward, low lunge. We'll do that again. Inhale, lengthen, hips draw back, pyramid. Exhale, bend into the left knee, low lunge. This time, step the left foot back, high plank. Taking a breath in through your nose, exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Untuck the toes, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release the chest. One more inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, lift all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. We'll take 3 to 5 deep breaths in your dog. Continue to drop the heels down towards the mat. Biceps hugging in towards your ears. And then the low belly and the low ribs hugging up and back towards the spine. Start to walk the hands all the way back to the feet. We're going to bring the feet a little bit wider than hips width. Grab opposite elbows here, coming into a rag doll, a little forward fold. If you prefer a different forward fold with your hands down, I won't stop you. Another option, if you'd like to do a fold for your shoulders and your heart, your chest, you can interlace the fingers at your low back, roll the shoulder blades together, and then hinge forward. So taking a fold of your choice. And again, shake the head, yes and no. Taking a moment to come back to whatever little nugget of gratitude you chose today to get you through your day. And then if you have a grip going on, grabbing opposite elbows, release the fingertips down. And then start to turn your toes out towards like the front corners of your mat or the room. And then slowly sink your hips all the way down to the mat. We're going to find Malasana, our yogi squat. So some of you may need to take your feet a little bit wider so that your heels can drop down. If your heels just will not touch, you can also grab for a blanket or a towel to shove underneath your heels. So once you find your way into your Malasana, depending on how tight you are through the hips, your hips might be up a little bit more or all the way down, doesn't really so much matter. Going here for sensation. Press the palms into each other. Find that lift, that little baby cobra through the chest. And then we're manually opening the hips here. This is the best part. We get to use our triceps into our legs to spread them wider. Breathe here. For the dudes in the room, this might be a little bit more intense. I really wish you were in the room with me, full disclosure. But breathe into this space. We always hold hip openers for longer. Just noticing again the size of our pelvis in this area of the body. One more full round of breath. Release your fingertips out in front of you and start to lift the hips up. And then heel toe the feet back in. We'll put a nice bend into your right knee. Right fingertips stay down. Sweep your left hand to the ceiling. Take a twist through your spine. Option to shift your gaze up at your left thumb. Take an inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand down. The left knee will bend. Right leg straightens. On an inhale, right hand sweeps to the ceiling. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Hips back and down. Option here to bring your hands together, thumbs into the heart. But shifting more weight back into the heels and then dropping the booty down a little bit. Belly again hugs up and in. Drop it another inch. Keep going like the world's slowest elevator. We're eventually going to bring this all the way down. Your tush will find the mat. The legs will lift and woo, you're in boat pose. We won't stay here long. Once you find boat, lift the chest and then release the feet down. And we're going to lower all the way onto our backs. As gracefully or ungracefully as you'd like. As you find your way onto your back, hug your knees up and in towards your chest. Find a nice little rock and roll side to side. And then release your feet back onto the mat so they're roughly stacked underneath the knees. And then I call these T-Rex arms. So from here, from your arms reaching down at your sides, just bend at the elbows. Your palms will face each other as if you were holding a basketball over your belly button. And then we're going to press down into the feet, into the backs of the arms, and come into bridge pose. Let your hips float up. Neck stays long here. Press into the feet, lift. And exhale, lower all the way down. Take a moment to windshield wiper your knees to the left and to the right. And then back to center. Let's take one more bridge, one more back bend. When you're ready, pressing down through the arms, down into the feet, hips lift all the way up. Right, and if you need something more here and you're kind of anxious to keep it going or amp things up, you can press one foot at a time up towards the ceiling. Or not, right? You get to choose. Take another big breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your knees up and into the chest again. Find that rock and roll. Then release both feet back to the mat. Cross your right ankle up and over the left knee. We're going to set up a reclining pigeon pose. So this might be yielding enough sensation in your hips. You can stay here, keeping your right foot nice and flexed, drawing the right knee away from the front of the body. Or you can take the hands to the back of your left thigh and begin to hug the left thigh in towards the chest. Letting the shoulders melt down towards the mat. And coming back to the breath. Noticing how the breath can really and truly presence us and make things a little bit more clear. Take another full breath in. And open the mouth, exhale. Bring your left foot down. And then with your peace fingers, so your pointer and your middle finger, you're going to make a little loop around your right big toe. And then just press your right foot up towards the ceiling for a little half of a happy baby. Gently release. The right foot will come down to meet the left. If you need to windshield wiper side to side again, go there for a moment. And then we'll set up our supine pigeon on the second side. So left ankle, again, up and over the right knee this time. Guiding that left knee away from your belly. Staying here if this is enough sensation for your hips this morning. Or reaching the hand to the back of the right thigh, beginning to hug in towards the chest. Squeeze it in and stretch. See if you can soften the muscles of your face this morning. Put some space between the lips. Allow your chin to fall closer towards the chest. Take another breath. And open the mouth, sigh. Slowly release the right foot down, left peace fingers, grab your left big toe, half of the happy baby. If you prefer to kind of lengthen your right leg here, you certainly can. Whatever you like, yogi's choice. Then release the left foot down to meet the right. Lift the arms up and over your head. Oh, I spilled my coffee. Cactus arms when you're ready. And then lift the feet up here. We're going to take a little twist. Drop the knees over to the left. Option here to shift your gaze over the right shoulder. And inhale back to center. Use your exhale to drop the knees over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Twisting through the spine. And on an inhale, lift all the way back to center. Hug your knees up and into your chest. And then we'll take a little inversion. If you have something that you can prop your hips up, even an inch, go ahead and slide it underneath your sacrum. So that's going to be this nice low part of the back above the tush. Slide something under that area or even under your hips just to prop them up a little bit. I'm going to grab from my block here because I've got one. And if not, you can just press the feet up towards the ceiling. Any arm variation that you'd like. And then giving a little love to the feet here. So pointing and flexing. Rolling the ankles around a few times. And then fanning your toes out really wide to stretch the tops and bottoms of the feet. Then gently bend the knees. Feet will come down. Remove the prop if you have one underneath the hips. And then we'll neutralize the hips and the spine for a moment. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open wall to wall for a reclining bound angle pose. And then let's get a little grounded here together. Bring one hand to your belly and one to your heart. With every inhale, breathe in more gratitude. And exhale to release any uncertainty or fear or worry. Inhale, gratitude. Exhale, doubt. One more inhale for gratitude and clarity this morning. And exhale, release. Let your legs go long. We'll take 1 minute for a little Shavasana. Don't get too comfortable, but just take a moment to lay with your body, with your breath. Taking a moment of stillness. Taking a moment to quiet the mind. Walking yourself through a little body scan. Again, tapping into the sensations. Together, take a nice big breath in through the nose. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, and pause. Choose a sound, open the mouth. Ha! Let it go. Hug your knees up and into your chest. And then roll onto your right side, gently pressing your way up to a comfortable seat of choice. We'll take a breath here together to seal in our practice. We'll take another breath to share with the other humans that showed up to virtually flow with us this morning and find that clarity. And then we save the last beautiful breath for ourselves. So take that one extra deep down into the low belly. Inhale. Open the mouth and let it go. All of my light sees and honors the same exact light that resides in every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning, for being here. Know that we will be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 to 8 a.m. Let me know in comments what you guys want. I would love to give it to you. Make it a beautiful day. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thanks, guys.